inspire, empower. Grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch. No, real women don't. 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 Real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because mental muscle is necessary for implementing successful business strategies. It's time to learn how to beat your business no matter what life throws at you. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we discuss the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. What's going on? Can I be honest with you guys? That's a rhetorical question, right? You know how you have that friend and you say, hey, how you doing? Or you just see that random person and they always say, I'm fine. I'm not that friend. You are liable to ask me that question on the wrong day. And I'm going to be like, you know what? Today is really fucked up. Ain't nothing working right, blah, 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 blah. I'm not the one who plays the game of trying to pretend like I have it all together or saying everything is okay. Now, I may be a little bit more discretionary with what I reveal to random people. But, you know, as a matter of fact, I had a call with a woman. I had talked to her one day. I was referred to her. And when we talked, there was a lot of chemistry. And I signed up for a session with her. And when we got on the call, she said, you know, hey, how you doing? I said, I'm cool. She's like, oh, you cool? I said, well, you don't know me. So that means that it's not good. You know, I'm cool is basically my way of saying there's a lot of stuff going on that I could be frustrated about, and I'm not 100% myself, but I'm all right because I didn't say to you, girl, I'm good, you know, my usual response. And so here it is. Yeah, I'm actually recording this podcast episode on the day that it airs, and I made a mistake. Or did I make a mistake? I didn't make a mistake. But energetically, I went to bed good. I usually listen to some type of meditation to align my chakras at night, or I laugh at stuff before I go to bed. I have a tendency to sleep very peacefully. But for whatever reason, my husband's a fucking night owl. And it who God knows, at like 3 o'clock in the morning, we're up. And I had been seeing, you know, posts to here and there. And for the most part, you could say that I ignored them because I didn't want to be in that headspace. And my black people, you already know what I'm alluding to when I say that headspace. You know, all of these woo-woo motherfuckers, do they work talking about protect your energy and the law of attraction? You know, a lot of you are the source of the pain, and black people are always fucking protecting their damn energy. So I was on TikTok last night, or rather this morning, and just laughing at the absurdities and the silly videos. And then I went on Instagram, and a good friend of mine who always puts really powerful posts, Latoya, if you're listening to this, I love you. She's a very beautiful soul with a powerful spirit, and she puts a lot of inspiring things up, but she's very real. She's cool, calm, and collected, but she's real. And she put up a post and she's like, lies, lies, lies. If you don't know the difference between a taser and a gun, then you don't need to carry. Why am I talking about this on my podcast? What in the world does this have to do with business? Somebody tell me how do we continue to keep our head up, continue to fight for our people? Because most of you that follow me, there's a soul mission and purpose behind the work that you do. But constantly, we are at war to protect our energy. And no, I'm not pitching, but I'm just being real. You know, when I started doing what used to be called the Business Mastery Summit, I started doing it with the purpose in mind of, you know, you can't just talk about business and not talk about life. And so that's why I would bring in, you know, spiritual professionals and marriage coaches and parenting coaches and financial advisors and health and wellness experts, because I just get so tired of these fake ass Becky smiling, talking about their 6 steps to 6 figures in 6 days when you don't even know the unique variables that many of my kings and queens are facing every day just to fight systemic racism, especially the economic factor of it, and still build a business. You know, you guys are starting at the top of the ground and building a foundation and going, and we're digging ourselves out of a fucking ditch and building. And while I have made it to a level of comfort, but not satisfaction in my business, I have continued to make it a part of my mission to make sure that even though it isn't necessarily lucrative for me, that I keep dealing with the things that are necessary in the Black community for us to be complete, basically taking a holistic approach to building a business. It's already difficult. Half of us, the majority of us that listen to this podcast are women, Black women. It's already hard enough for us because our partners have a fight. I understand what society has done to them. I understand that we typically out-earn them. I do understand the probability is higher that they are the ones that will be gunned down or have a knee in their neck. But in their fight to maintain their ego and their manhood, they don't even realize it, but the majority of the time, they make us the enemy. We get reduced to wannabe mamas and why you coaching me and other bullshit, instead of saying, you know what? Why don't we fight this war? And while the white man thinks he's so fucking smart by allowing us to be the one race where the woman actually out-earns the fucking man, to say, let's fight this war, and what they think as our weakness, use it as our strength, because they don't really know who we are. They've denied the deity of the Black woman for so long, and they think that they have capitalized on our natural nurturing mechanism, as well as our sexuality that is suppressed and exploited, that they think they have us under control. But Black women keep on rising up. We keep on standing up. We keep on speaking up. And we do just need our men to stop fighting us and stop making this an egotistical battle and say, you know what? We're dying in these streets, but that means that you're also losing partners. You're losing sons. You're losing fathers, uncles, grandfathers. You're losing the masculine in your race. And as difficult as it is, queens, don't stop. We've got to fight this thing at all angles. Some of us are more political. Some of us are better at being activists. Some of us are good on the economic front. Some of us are good with the healing and the emotional wounds. And some of us are better in the spiritual realm. All of us are needed. I did a live video on my business page that was saying, Black women are misunderstood. So we got to show up anyway. Hell, we don't understand ourselves. We hate on each other. We're stereotyped in society. We are told that we can't feel. We display too many emotions. We're an emotional wreck. We get too upset. We're an angry Black woman. We're too free or open sexually. Then we're hoes. Labels after labels after labels. We don't know how to be team players. We don't know how to go along to get along. Meanwhile, white women in their mediocrity keep on excelling. And some of you, don't you say that. I went to college, August. I've earned these degrees. You don't know my story. I've been through something too. I was raised by a single mom, or my dad might have made money, but he wasn't there. I still feel like a fatherless daughter. And I'm still just sitting there thinking to myself, shut the fuck up. Because that fragility card is what you pull all the fucking time. Your Bob might not let you rule him, but he will sure calm your ass down and give you what you want. And many of you have the gall to put the Karen psychotic ass persona out there, and what you can't get with your white man, you take it out on my Black man or my children. And you call police for permits, and you lie and say little bitty boys were going to rape you or looked at you the wrong way. I'm so tired of some of you white people. Because if I sit here and tell you that I would just like to go crazy and just go down a street in a suburban area with an AK-47 and spray that bitch. Oh my God, August. Listen to you. Listen to how you're sounding. Listen to how you're speaking. You can't fight fire with fire. Pray to Jesus. It'll be okay. How could you be so wicked or vindictive? But y'all don't stand up and say that. You don't lose your mind. Oh my God. Karen, bitch, shut the fuck up. You don't slap her. You guys were just embarrassed. You're embarrassed about what happened in the Capitol. Oh my God, I cannot believe that. I am so ashamed to be a white person in the United States. And if you white people, you guys, you don't see the systemic racism is real, and you don't realize that if that were Black people, they would be like, Dad, we would have a brand new fucking Capitol because they would have bombed that bitch. Shut up. Because they're words. They are fucking words. You're very delicate on how you deal with racism. You're very selective in how you deal with racism. We're out here. I don't even know if I can say we're out here building dreams anymore. We're trying to build a bridge to freedom. Our businesses are our every attempt to free us in every aspect of life. And unfortunately, these free spaces where we can easily market ourselves is where information travels the fastest. And don't you dare tell me to protect my energy. Don't you dare tell me to check my friends list. Don't you dare tell me that I need to take a hiatus from social media because it's every fucking where. It's in my mind. It's in my spirit. It's in the fucking stop sign. It's in every cop car that happens to just drive past me. It's in every white bitch I see looking at me funny at the grocery store. It's everywhere I fucking go. I don't have to see a notification because every day, where's the stats? I know that like every fucking second somebody dies from heart failure in the United States. You know how you got them fucking stats. What's the stats? Every 10th of a second, a black man is killed by motherfucking law enforcement. Is that the stat? You don't say those as stats. So the reason why this podcast it's called Real Women Don't Bitch. The reason why we look at everything is because any and everything can throw us off our pivot and keep us from building our business. And I'm just praying to the divine and asking you to fortify my sisters with a level of strength, wisdom, resilience, just whatever we need, so that in the midst of these storms, even as wounded warriors, you give us what we need to keep showing up and provoke the spirit of our men to embrace our natural nature. As warriors, we are not weaker vessels. That's a European, sexist, misogynistic, spiritual perspective. So I'm sorry. I'm not apologizing for my emotions. I'm just saying I'm sorry that this couldn't be more upbeat. I wish it could have been. But like I always say, for those of you that follow me, don't you ever think that I'm just sitting over here, beast in my business, doing a good ass job. And just coasting through this journey because now I have a system and a strategy and clients. I'm human. And I am pushing through just like you. And there are always distractions around me that try to pull me away from my purpose. But I keep showing up. I'm going to live my life to the fullest. And when I die, I'll be dying, exercising the gifts that were put inside of me. Every day I live a life where if that's the day I go, that's the day I died empty. Queens, I love you. Keep showing up.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomendon'tbitchpodcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless, signing out. Deuces!
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you.